Hello, today we are going to look at how we can package our multimedia content using an offline tool called PowerPoint presentation. So before packaging your content, you have to make sure that your content is ready, everything is ready on your computer, your audio is ready, videos are ready, text and images, all of them have to be ready before packaging them. So we are going to see how we can package our multimedia content, how we can package our 5 multimedia elements into PowerPoint presentation. So first of all, we are going to start with giving our presentation a title. For example, digital training. So let's give our presentation this title. We can go on to decorate our text with a different color. We can give it a color, for example color green. We can also give our text box a color. We give it color for example this color to make it attractive to our audience. So this is the title of our presentation. So let's move to the next slide, where we are going to see how we can put images into our presentation. So let's give it some text. For example, I can give it a subtitle. This subtitle, my text is ready here. So this is the subtitle, the title for this second slide. So I can go on to bold it and as well give it a different color. Since we are using green, let's use green for all titles, green color. So that's it, and then we type in the body. So this is our text. So we are going to see how we can include images into our presentation. To include images into our presentation, we go on insert and click on pictures and select any image you want to use into your presentation. So mine is here. I just click on it and then click insert. So your image will be inserted into your presentation, but you can see that the image is covering the words, our text. So we can simply reduce it by clicking on the edges here and then drag it down. So our image is now reduced. We can as well use the PowerPoint presentation to edit our image. You can sharpen or soften your image as well as increase its brightness or contrast. So let me sharpen it by 50% here, and then the brightness I can increase on the brightness of the image. Then you have different colors. You can give it any color you want your image. For example, I want that one. Then you have artistic effects. You can include artistic effects into your image if you feel like. For example, I want this one as an artistic effect. Then we have different picture styles. We have different borders here. You can give it any border you want. For example, I want this one. These are different picture styles. You can choose any. Then you have picture border. You can give, which gives borders of your image, the options of different colors. You can give your borders any color you want. For example, I want that one. Then you have picture effects. you can give it any. We have preset, you have shadow, reflection, glow, soft edges, revel, and 3D rotation. It's up to you to choose any picture effect you want. For example, may want shadows, I can give it that. Then you have picture layout. If you want your image to be laid out in any way you want, for example, I want this type of layout where I can give it any text, any caption. For example, digital teachers during digital training. So that's it. You can go on to reduce the texts. If they are too big, you can reduce them in this way. You can as well give them any design. We have different designs. We have simple fill. Here we have white outline. You can choose any. The simple works like that. You can choose any to beautify your work. So that's how we can insert images into our PowerPoint presentation. Then let's move to the next slide, where we are going to see how we can include graphics into our PowerPoint presentation. We go back to our text, we get any text, and our title is practical session and presentations. We give it a color and then bold it, and then we come back to our body. So this is our text. So we can also go on to reduce on the size of our text to 4 to 18 as well. So let this be another bullet. So our text is ready. So we are going to get the graphics to accompany our text here. So we come on insert, and we have shapes here. So you can choose any shape you feel like. For example, I want to use arrows. So I'll begin with getting a text box here. So let's get the text box and start drawing. So the first step in image production is taking photos. So with taking photos, these are my words. So I can go on taking photos. So I can come here on insert and then choose shapes and choose the arrow and then draw it here. So this is my arrow. It is in blue color, but I can choose any other color which I want. For example, I can choose the yellow one, I can choose the green, I can choose black. So let me leave it in black. So after taking photos, the next thing is editing will be the next step. So after editing, I again go back to shapes and choose my arrow, the editing. So I'll choose the arrow, as you can see, give it color black, then go back to insert choose the text box and draw it here. So after editing, the next step will be producing. So after editing, your images will be production. So it will be production. So after producing our images, the last step will be publishing them. I'll again go back on my shapes and choose this arrow this time around. So this is my arrow. I choose color black and then go back to insert, choose a text box and then draw it here and drag it to here. After producing, the next step is go on text box. I will draw it here and then publishing is the next one. It will be publishing. Then after publishing, let's complete our cycle with an arrow. It is in color black. So simply, this is the process this is our process of producing images. So we can go on to beautify our arrows to make sure that they are of the same sizes. So this one is shorter, we can make it longer like this, and make this one also longer. So this is our process of image production. So we can give it a subtitle up there. Just go on insert, then text box, and we draw it here and say process of image production. So this will be the subtitle of our graphic. Our graphic, we can go on to give it a different color, for example this one, and the text box can be given a different color as well. You can choose to use this color, but even these words you can choose to give them a different color. Their text boxes can be given a different color like that one, and come to this and right click on it and click in fill, and then come to this one, go on to fill, and final this. And fill it as well. So simply, this is the shapes, how we can use shapes in creating graphics into PowerPoint presentation. So the next one is, so let's move to the next slide. So in this slide we are going to see how we can use the smart art in creating graphics into PowerPoint presentation. So let's see, this one will be about video production. So we can go on to give it a different color here and come to start drawing our graphic. So we come here on smart art, we have different options. We have list, we have process, cycle, hierarchy, relationship, matrix, pyramid, picture. You can choose any you want. So me, I prefer process. I prefer cycle. So cycles have also different options. You can choose any option you want. So me, I prefer the radio cycle. So you click in it and then click OK. So the cycle will come here. So our job here is to fill in these text boxes with what we want to create. For example, here in the middle, my cycle is about video production. So we start the video process with recording. After recording, we edit. Editing is the next. After editing, producing. Then after producing, we publishing. So this is our process of video production. So we can go on to beautify our graphic here, our process. For example, this text box in blue color, we can give it a different color. For example, we can give it this color, green. Then the recording, we can also give it a different color. Let it be in red. Then editing text box, let us give it a blue. And then the producing text box, we can give it a yellow color. And then the publishing text box can be given a purple color. But our words have disappeared because they were also in purple. We can change the color to white. Some of them have white so that they can be seen. So even this one can be given a different color. So let this one be in green, and then here in red, and then this one be in blue, and this one let it be in this this color. Yeah, so this is simply our graphic. So even you have here, you can change the colors from here. If you don't want to change them manually, you can change them. We have different colors here. You can change any color you want from here. Then you have different styles. You can choose any style. If you want to give it a different style, you can choose any style you want. And then you have layouts. You can choose any layout you wish you want your graphic to appear in. We have different layouts here. You can choose any, but me, I prefer this. So this is our smart art. This is how we can use the smart art option. Then let's move to the new slide. So our next is charts. So with charts we can say that different different multimedia elements. So different multimedia elements as our title for our chart. We can give it a different color. Let's use color green. So this is it, and then go back to insert and go to charts. So with charts we have line, we have column, we have pie, you have bar. You can choose any. The list is long. You can choose any you want. So me, I want the pie. So the pie, you have different options. You have this one, you have the 3D pie to pie, bar to pie, and then the donut. But me, I prefer the pie. So after clicking on it, I'll click OK. So after clicking OK, it will come with its numbers here, up here, and names by default, but our role here is to edit them and put in what we want to appear. So since we are looking at different multimedia elements, so my first one will be images. Then the next one is audio, then video, and text. Then we have also graphics. So we can also edit this one. So you can call these numbers and these ones elements. So this one, the most consumed, let's say that video is consumed more. Let's give it 50. Then images as the next. Let's give images 20. Then audio, then graphics. Let's give graphics 15, then audio give it 10, and text we give it 5, and then close the chart. So this is our pie chart. So we have different chart styles here. We can choose any. For example, this one, we have different options, but me, I prefer this. Yes, so those are the different styles. But also on the right hand here, we can go on to edit it. I'll have the chart title. You can put it above the title. You can put center it. Then you have other options here. Format chart title, but ours, let it be above the chart. Then we have different chart styles. You can get them from your right hand here. And then we have the chart filters. We have the chart filters here. You can choose any. We have different options. You can filter any part here, for example the video here. So you can choose to select a different color if you are not satisfied with the color in any shape. For example, my video, I can decide to choose another color for it. So this is how we can include charts into PowerPoint presentation. Then the next one is the audio. Let's choose a new slide here, audio, and then we go back to our text and say that immersive storytelling and interactive content as our title. We can give it a different color and bold it, and then come back to our text and insert our text here. So to insert audio, you click on insert and go hover around into the top right corner. There is an audio icon with the word audio. So the drop down here has two options. There is audio on my PC and record audio. So you can, if you click on audio on my PC, if your audio is ready, for example my audio is right here, you can click on it and click insert. So my audio will come into my presentation. So you can drag it and put it where you want it to be. So mine is here. So that is the audio which is already saved on your computer. Then the next option is audio, record audio. So with the record audio, you click on record, and then the recording option will come. You click into the red button here and then start recording. So you'll be recorded. For example, if you are preparing content for your students and you want to explain more about what you are creating, you can use the record sound. So after recording, you click OK. Your audio will be inserted as well. So those are the two options we can use to insert audio into PowerPoint presentation. So then our last element is the video. Let's see how we can insert videos into our PowerPoint presentation. So we shall go back to our text and say awarding of certificates, give it a color and bold it. So and then get the body for our text simply. So this is our body. So with video, again you go back on insert and hover around the top right corner. There is video here near audio, and then click on the drop down. We have online video and we have video on my PC. So with the video on my PC, when you click on it, it will take you where you saved your video. You look for it and then click on it and click insert. So it will take some time to get done, but finally it will be inserted. So right now it has covered our words, but we can reduce our video to fit into our presentation. So this is our video. So you can choose to edit it as well. You can increase or reduce on the brightness. So I'll do that. Then you have color. You can give it a different color if you want to. Let me, I want it in that color. Then you have video styles, different video styles. You can give it any video style you want. So that is how we can insert videos. Then the next option is the videos online. If your video is online, you can go on online videos and look for them from YouTube. So that is how we can package our multimedia content into PowerPoint presentation. So you can go on to design your presentation, have different designs. Then you have different transitions. We have animations. You can choose any. Then there is slideshow. So in a slideshow, there is also an option of record slideshow. So if you want your slideshow to be recorded, you can record it as well. You just go on. We have two options: start recording from beginning and start recording from current slide. So you can choose any of the two options, but let's see. If I want to start recording from the beginning, you click on it and so your slides will start to be recorded here. For example, this is the first slide, and you go on the next one, it will be recorded as well. So these here are the timing for the current slide, and this is the timing for the entire slide, for the entire presentation. So this is the second slide, this is the third one. You can record them as well. This is the fourth one. You can record them as well, and then this is the 50th one, and this is our last slide. You can record each of those slides as you want to and then finalize. So the entire presentation will be recorded. This is how we can package our 5 multimedia elements into PowerPoint presentation, and after that let's see how we can save our presentation. So we just come here on file, then there is. So since we have recorded our presentation, we have videos there, so we are going to save our presentation in video format. So you can come here and save as and give it a location. For example, I want to save it on desktop, so this is the file name here. I want it on desktop, file name digital training, and then we have save as type. You can click on the drop down. We have different options, we have PowerPoint, but we want to save it as an MP4 since we have recorded it, so it is in video format, so we have to save it as a video. So we are going to save it as MP4 video, and after clicking on save as MP4, we click save.